Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Flex Wheeler and Phil Heath are two of the most gifted bodybuilders of all time, two of the most successful bodybuilders and two of the best bodybuilders of all time. They competed in different eras, Flex mainly in the 90s and Phil mainly in the 2010s. Both of them had two of the best Mr. Olympia debuts of all time, Flex placing second behind Dorian Yates in 1993 and Phil placing third behind Dexter and Jay in 2008. These are the two versions I'm comparing in this video today for you guys, so without any further ado, let's begin with the first pose. The front double biceps. I believe Flex was more than 1 inch taller than Phil Heath. Both of them were very aesthetic with great small midsections, incredible X-frames and world-class guns. However, Flex's pose flows better, his abs are more aesthetic, and his biceps might be bigger than Phil's, but Phil has better details through the arms overall. In my opinion, Flex Wheeler has the advantage in the front double biceps. Next pose is the front lat spread, and neither of them were very good in this pose as both of them had narrow structures. Probably for both of them the only flaw in their physiques for these versions. Flex is taller with a longer torso which somehow give the impression that his V-taper is better. However, what I see is Phil having the better flaring lats. Downstairs they both look strong, with Phil having the bigger thighs but Flex winning the details and the calves. Overall I would give this pose to Phil because of the superior lat development. Side chest, and I was never a fan of Flex Wheeler's approach in this pose with the elbow pushed back so much. Phil never had the best chest, but in these shots he's got the thicker and fuller chest, as well as the bigger and more dominant delts and arms. Downstairs it's pretty difficult to judge because of the camera angle differences and the different executions, but I believe Phil did enough upstairs to win the pose. Back double biceps, and wow, look at these two go against each other. In the beginning of his career, Flex had one of the best backs in the industry. He matches this early version of Phil in both details and roundness. Even downstairs he's got the straighted glutes and the better calves, but he loses the hamstrings against Phil. Both have great guns as well. Phil might have an advantage at the lat department again, and overall he might have the upper hand, but this pose can really go either way. What do you guys think? Back lat spread, and wow, Flex Wheeler holds his own against Phil Heath in the back poses. Very impressive. It's true that this is probably the best Flex has ever looked in this pose, and for Phil this is far from his best. But as they look in these two specific versions, once again it can go either way. Phil has the stronger lats, but Flex wins the details. Who's winning this pose, guys? I gave Phil the advantage in the back double, so I think I'm gonna go with Flex in this one. Side triceps, and this is 1993 Arnold Classic Flex Wheeler. I couldn't find a good picture with the Flex at the Olympia that year. Flex always preferred this execution, and for him it looked good. However, when it's close as it is here, I would always choose the more conventional execution like Phil's. Phil also has the better lateral head, the thicker one. It's very hard to beat Phil in this pose. He might be the best of all time, so as good as Flex would look here, I believe Phil's got the upper hand again. Abs and thighs, and as good an aesthetic Phil would have looked in the beginning of his career, he's not beating Flex Wheeler in this pose, who's one of the best ever in the abs and thighs. Flex has the superior abs, his obliques are also better, as we can see here, and for these two versions, they match up pretty well downstairs as well. So overall Flex has the advantage. Last pose is the most muscular, and in Flex's defense, in 1993 this wasn't a mandatory pose. Flex Wheeler actually retired before this pose was made a mandatory. However, he looks good here. He's going toe to toe with Phil Heath in the most muscular, which is a lot. He's matching Phil's roundness through the shoulders and arms, and he's got a better midsection. Once again, this pose can go either way, which shows you how good was Flex Wheeler in 93. He's matching Phil in the back poses and the most muscular pose, which says a lot. As a conclusion, Phil might have the edge from a mass point of view, but Flex is compensating with a much more aesthetic physique, a much more pleasing to the eye body. This would be close if this was a battle on a bodybuilding stage nowadays, but I believe Phil would get the advantage. However, Flex Wheeler's superior flow and aesthetics might make the judges go with him instead. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. Also leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you guys and see you next time.